Hey everyone! My name is Isabella and I'm going to tell you how I've done the impossible to reduce my waist circumference to 15 inches and what sacrifices I had to make. Weirdly enough, all women in our family are plump or chubby or straight up huge. My grandma is 310 pounds, a truly remarkable woman. My mom's only 250 pounds so far. My aunt is approaching 300 as well. When I was a kid, my cheeks were almost resting upon my shoulders. As early as first grade, I felt upset I was so heavy and decided to get into shape. I quit eating baked goods even though my granny was amazing at baking. I still have vivid memories of the huge table loaded with a gigantic bowl of fragrant buns and pastries and a gallon of milk to go with them. Yummy, yummy! But not for me. After I pulled myself together, the sight of those gargantuan meals left me unaffected. My family also had a tradition of 2-hour naps after dinner, and this couch potato lifestyle only served to make them even fatter. I decided I'd be the one to turn the tide. By grade 6, I had lost several dozen pounds, which revealed a well-built body under all those fat rolls. My body shape resembled a guitar rather than an hourglass at the time. But still, I had a visible waistline, and that was something to be proud of. As I grew older and taller, I noticed my measurements were approaching the gold standard of 36-24-36. I got lots of attention whenever I was at the beach during summer. It wasn't just the men who couldn't take their eyes off me, but the women were staring too. One dude once told me I deserved a place on Guinness World Records for the thinnest waist ever. I had never even thought it was a cause for fame. I went online to see what women with the smallest waistlines looked like. Immediately, I wanted to look like that too, but their measurements were far out of my reach. On that same day, I purchased a corset and put it on. Let me tell you, wearing a corset is not the greatest feeling in the world. I could barely breathe on the first day, everything ached, my internal organs felt bunched up together, and there was a weird stinging sensation in my right side. I was really tempted to stop, but I'm not a girl to quit easily. I made myself endure it, and a few days later, I already felt better. After a week, I stopped even noticing the pressure. I've worn my corset 23 hours a day ever since. I only take it off for my daily shower. My mom and grandma weren't happy with my choice. They said it was going to damage my health. But when they first saw me without my corset, they gasped. My waist circumference was 21 inches at the moment. But I wasn't about to stop. I couldn't walk without my corset anymore. It was my second skin as much as my favorite garment. When I showed up for my prom night, hourglass shaped, I won everyone over. All the girls were dying of envy as the boys pretty much queued up to have a slow dance with me. Each of them wanted to put his hands around my waist. My figure had no rival in college. I met my future husband when I was in my freshman year, and it was my waist that attracted him. He once joked that if I gained half an inch on my waist, he'd leave me for another woman. I wonder where he'd find another woman like me in our town. However, his words really stuck in my head. Soon, my morning routine began with measuring my waist just because my husband asked me to take my corset off for the night. He found the hooks and buttons annoying and the dense, tight-fitting fabric cold to the touch. Then, I learned that removing the 12th ribs apparently did wonders for your waistline. Next week, I had an appointment with a plastic wizard. The doctor looked at me like I was nuts, but he did what I asked of him. Even though it cost me all my savings, my waist did become smaller and the curve of my hips looked more pronounced. The first time I saw the result in the mirror, it freaked me out. Sure, my waist reached the coveted benchmark of 15 inches, but my entire body shape looked unnatural. My internal organs had sunk towards my hips and my rib cage was deformed by the constant pressure. My mom was in tears as she had never even seen a body shape like that before. I looked like Thumbelina next to my obese relatives. Whenever our friends come to visit, they go out of their way to grab my waist and see if they can close their fingers around it. They keep talking about the world record I apparently deserve. Finding clothes that fit remains a constant issue. I have to alter most of the new clothes I buy or they literally just fall off my waist. Once, we were caught in a heavy rain on our way to our friend's country house. They had to search all over the place for some clothes that fit me until they found a pair of pants that looked really eccentric, held by a makeshift belt. It was Sunday when we went back home and the train was really crowded. Someone decided it would be fun to pull my crude belt just a little. Well, mischief happened. My pants fell off my waist in a flash. Before I knew it, I was standing on the train in just my swimming suit and the crowd was gawking at my west waist. Like, people's jawlines literally dropped at the exotic sight. A stranger scooped me up and carried me out of the train bridal style. He said he got worried my waist would break if I walked by myself. I am 25 years old now and I've spent 7 years in a corset. I've had my lower ribs removed and I keep a flawless diet. I don't really want to beat the world record anymore. I want a baby. Hopefully, my modifications won't get in the way of my new goal. My husband agrees it's time to stop fooling around and start living a normal life as a family with kids. Well, I guess I think it's all good as long as you know when to stop. Would you like to see more episodes? Support us by hitting like and subscribe. If you want to see your story in one of our videos, send it to this email address.